All right, so spine cars, we are going to take ourselves through a full 360 degrees. We are going to do a lot of rotating, tilting, extending, flexing, all the things that a spine can do through that complex series of joints right here. So this one is really easy to let yourself get into a little bit of compensation mode. So I want you guys to really focus on keeping everything as tense and relaxed at the same time. It's kind of a contradictory type of feel, but let's be aware of going into some stressful type of patterns right here, shifting off of our base right here, forward flexion and extension and all that. So let's start from the ground up. Let's think about a nice little wide stance from our standing cards here. We're gonna get everything nice and rigid. We're gonna cross these arms here, take a nice breath, trap that air, create tension on everything from the hips below right here. So we're gonna start our way into flexion. This doesn't need to be a lot here. And we're going to rotate to the left here. Tilting and rotating through. Extending that spine up through the ceiling. Tilting, combining that with the rotation. Back into our flexion pattern. Then we're just going to go the opposite way here. So you might even catch through my breathing through the microphone. This is a very hyper-focusing. We want to create that type of tension so we're not letting all this stuff move around because again, we're trying to isolate just the spine. I'm gonna give a lateral version of this now, just to get you guys an idea of how we can go into the shifting of that forward and backward right here. That's what's nice about this wider stance is this keeps you from, gearing out to one side or the other. So again, we're gonna start here, start into our flexion pattern here. So the most common thing you'll see is a lot of people will just dump forward right here. They'll shift their hips back, right? But we are focused on just the ribs and the spine in this case. So I'm here, trap my air. Get to that end range. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Tuck that elbow into the hip as I reach my opposite shoulder up to the ceiling. Extend, extend. Tuck the other elbow into the hip as I rotate that other side. Rotating through. And back to here. Gonna take it the opposite direction. Cool. So obviously we'll describe in the description of sets and reps and all that type of stuff, but ideally spine's feeling really good after a couple of those reps right there, feeling like you've got a little bit more range of motion to play with.